Millions of Americans could be in for kind of a rocky retirement. Thousands of baby boomers are retiring with an average savings of $202,000. Sounds like a lot of money, but experts say not nearly enough. And local financial professional John Vandergrift from Blue Ridge Wealth Planners is here to share how much you really need and offer some tips on how to get there. So first off, why is $200,000? Sounds like a lot of money, not enough money.
Well, it's a lot to have in your hands.
Right, yes. Never had that much in my hands, yeah.
When you look at it, for that to last potentially 30 years, there are people that are retiring today that may be retired longer than they actually worked. So stretching that out, factoring in inflation, most of the time when you're trying to ballpark how much you should be able to pull, somewhere between 3 and 4% is what we typically recommend. So that means on that $200,000, between $6,000 and $8,000 a year, which again is not enough to make things work in most families.
Right. So how do we work to a more affordable retirement?
Well, I think we've got to take inventory of where we are now, and again, sometimes we don't want to think about it because we may be behind. The best thing we can do is get educated on where we are today and see what needs to happen, because some people that we interact with today are in a good position, they just don't know it yet.
Right.
Because there is a lot of different surveys that come out that say, oh, you have to have $1 million to retire, or you've got to have more than $1 million. Right. Really, the key is identifying what it is that you need and then seeing what you have to pull from it. I had a meeting today with a client who thought they were behind the 8 ball, but when we started looking at the combination of Social Security, some different investments that they had, they were actually in a position where they could retire today if they wanted to. So sometimes it's just connecting the dots between kind of where somebody's situation is, what they need from an income perspective, and then where are they going to provide that.
I don't want to reveal too much about these clients, but what was their, how relieved were they when you told them that?
Very, because I think it was one of those where, like most families, there was one that was apprehensive, one that was confident, and so they were trying to see who was right.
But one of them had to be right, though, today.
One of them was. The other was relieved to be wrong.
Right.
So
there you go.
So as we look at it, it was just one of those where, again, getting enough education about what needs to happen for your situation is really a key.
Last question, how do we know how much to save for retirement? Is there a great calculator out there calling you? How do you know?
No, as much as possible is a good rule of thumb. As you're starting out, some people have a range of 9 to 16% of your salary if you want a numbers part of it, but really it's whatever you can afford to do without today just to get the ball rolling. And then as you get increases, salary adjustments, trying to find ways to do with less never hurts you in the grand scheme of things.
All right, John, thank you very much. Lori.